Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Hold on. One more time.
One more time.
Yeah, play it again, please.
Go ahead.
I bet y'all didn't know Braveheart was in Colorado, huh? So anyway, this is Liberty Logan. This is MLL second half. We are back. I got, of course, producer Seth here with me, the big cheese. Number 2 in your programs as always, but number 1 in your hearts, Liberty Lou. And we got our boy Cody. He's going to be talking about Mexico, immigration, Puerto Rico, and just a bunch of other stuff. But Lou, what do we got for him?
We got a great second half tonight.
Oh, we just lost Louie.
Oh, no. We lost Liberty Lou.
Yeah, that was
right
bad.
when he was about to tell us what we had.
Okay. Logan, why don't you let us know what we're doing while I get him back?
Okay, so what we got going on tonight is we're going to be talking about Mexico, different policies of immigration, Puerto Rico, and Trump, and immigration not only in the U.S. but also in Europe. Cody has a bunch of great thoughts on this.
What just happened
really
there?
Enjoy it. I have no idea. You guys zucked just for the hell of it.
Am I really still?
No, yeah, you're back on.
You're back on.
You need your different camera though, and I'm gonna add Cody back. I don't know what happened there, man.
Right, that was absolutely nuts. Sorry, guys. We have, of course, some technical difficulties as per usual. Somebody doesn't like us, and I don't know who it is.
All right, well,
I didn't even say Seth Rich yet, and that's like, come on. I was being good this time.
Yeah.
I thought we were okay.
See, there it is, Zuckerberg. Yeah, well, he obviously watched our first half of our show tonight.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like the freedom yell.
Skype is actually Microsoft, so
damn you, Bill Gates.
Cody, you still there?
That was just an error. We're ringing Cody up.
All right, bear with us, guys. We're getting our guest Cody back. You really want to hear what he has to say because it's pretty interesting about Mexico, Puerto Rico, and Trump and immigration.
Yeah, I was trying to read over what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Liberty lovers, buckle your seatbelts. We got a lot of good shit to talk about tonight. Cody, welcome back. Yeah?
Cody is back.
We got zucked, son. We got zucked. Congratulations.
Yeah,
but
it feel?
Tonight,
Is it
Liberty
your first?
We're going to be talking about Mexico. Yes, drug cartels. Yes, we'll be talking about Barack Obama and former Attorney General Eric Holder actually selling weapons to drug cartels while trying to ban weapons here at home and strip us of our Second Amendment rights. We'll be talking about Mexico, drug cartels, immigration, and also Puerto Rico, the hurricane that happened down there, and Donald Trump and leftist mainstream media fake news about Donald Trump and Puerto Rico. Logan, go ahead and take her away.
Well, yeah, I just want to introduce again our guest, Cody. He's the guy that's bringing up the topic for us tonight. We had an interesting conversation with him at the flag-waving rally that we attended today on the overpass of I-25 and 285, I believe it was. Hamden, not bad.
And I-20.
Hamden and I-25, right. That was a really fun day. We got a little clip of that going on, too, in case you guys missed Louis' live clip. We got that one queued up.
Yes, we do. And Cody, in the meantime, we can't see your video, bro, so...
I can't see it either. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You just got to click that little button. But we'll throw this clip on real quick.
Yep.
The overpass on Hamden and I-25. Instead of watching the NFL today, we decided to do some flag waving.
Cars go by and honk at us and love us.
What's up? This here is my producer. Hey, Big Cheese Seth. We got a pretty good turnout out here. Everyone is really loving us. They're accepting us. I really only got... I mean, the responses that we were getting. We did have a Starbucks cup thrown at one of us today.
Yeah, our guest.
Yeah, Cody.
Yep.
But overall, it was great.
Yep.
Yeah, you got video, bro. Hey, Cody, welcome. You're on.
Hi, guys.
What's up, buddy?
It was an awesome flag waving. What's up, you guys? Hi, Liberty Logan. Hi, Liberty Louie. Hi, Seth.
How's it going, man? It was awesome hanging out with you today, man. It was really great. That you and I kind of connected over how, like, inspirational it was just to be like seeing all the support that we were getting from cars honking and people passing by.
My heart was exploding today because, I mean, at least 8 out of 10 cars for me were just honking, going crazy, people waving out the windows, guys hanging out the windows. It was amazing energy, really, just coming out the freeway. It even slowed down the freeway, sadly. I mean, we were not blocking any traffic.
Yeah, we
we
didn't do
were
it on purpose.
at all. We don't do that, but it was just a great feeling. You could really feel like patriotism, and it really helped rise my spirit instead of thinking negatively about how this next generation might be. It seems like a lot of patriotism is flowing out of people.
Absolutely, man. It was a great day. I mean, we did get a lot of support. I really enjoyed being there. And, I mean, that day also led into a really interesting conversation that you and producer Seth had about the alt-left, or how was we calling it, alt-migration, or not alt-migrants, alt-minorities.
The alt-minority.
The alt-minorities. And a new term that I think you coined, my friend, and it made a lot of sense, and it was a great conversation about how just the alt-left and these alt-minorities are not only going against, like, the American right, or the American so-called alt-right, but also, like, the Mexican right, or the Mexican alt-right.
Yeah. I
Go ahead,
thought the American alt-left is, I mean, not only at war with the American alt-right, are with American values and culture, but they're at war with the alt-minority. I mean, I kind of see them as, hardworking people that don't really expect handouts, that love their families, often very religious, have good morals, and, usually always welcome.
Right.
I mean, of course, I agree. Like Heather said today in the earlier part of the show, that we need a strong border. We do need to protect it. That's why I voted for Trump. We need to keep, watch what's coming in. But we are still a country that's always welcomed to hardworking, family-oriented, awesome people from anywhere in the world, really.
Right, exactly. And I mean, it's not being like not accepting to those people, obviously, because they do. They, contribute. And I've always been for making it like way easier for there to be like I guess I should say, a way easier pathway to citizenship than we have now. I mean, it's pretty expensive to become a U.S. citizen coming from a different country. And I'm not saying it should be necessarily a super easy process, but maybe a little bit monetarily easier than it is now. So we can accept the people that you're talking about, like the hardworking people, and we can also vet those coming in to be sure that they're not the criminals that we obviously don't want from the cartels down.
That's right. Yeah,
Right, and that's the thing. Yeah, and I liked what Trump was saying during the campaign when he was saying, like, yeah, I want to build a wall, but I also want to put a very large door on that wall. I want your best to come here. I want liberty-minded people to come here. If you want to be American and you have a skill and you're going to be coming here and you want to help your family out and make your life better, we want you here.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to actually have a vetting system. We can't just have an open-door policy where we can just let hordes of people come in here that want to live off the welfare state and vote for the Democratic Party.
Right. And I mean,
I don't even think they will.
Don't even think they will what?
Yeah.
Vote for the Democratic Party?
Yeah, I mean, because of their basic values. It's like most of them, I know that Louis can agree. I mean, have awesome, hardworking, mentalities and very family-oriented people. It's understandable why they would want to come here for a better life. It's like a point we made at lunch. It'd be nice to see them coming to America not for the opportunities, but for the freedoms. Because it's like a lot of these countries have their own swamps to drain.
Right. Exactly.
Governments, cartels are very embedded in their governments, and not just Mexico and other Latin American countries and other places of the world. And so, of course, we need to be careful of that, but also we understand their plight too.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. I mean,
and I'm a libertarian. Yeah, I don't want to have a police state set up where it's just like, give me your papers. Give me your papers. But I do realize that the United States of America, we have the freedoms that we do for a reason. Okay? We can't just let everybody come here. and expect for us to have a liberty-minded, it's just not going to happen.
Well,
And today's Libertarian Party seems to think that that's okay, but they're forgetting the fact that they're not going to. You can't expect people to subscribe to liberty. You're talking about bringing in hordes of people from third world country dictatorships and coming here. You expect them to vote for liberty? They don't know anything else.
Right. And
Sorry, go
that's
ahead.
a big point, and that's what I was going to kind of get at, too, is, like, I am all for accepting people here also, but we have to be able to vet to figure out who can actually assimilate to our culture. And, I mean, just the word assimilate, I think, sometimes kind of brings up negative connotations. But when it comes to assimilating to what we believe, which is every individual has a right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, it kind of has a different meaning to it. And there's a lot of people that you would think, oh yeah, obviously everybody across the planet is going to believe every individual has a right to do whatever they want, but there's a lot of individuals that don't, and we just have to be honest with ourselves about that and understand that, yes, we do need borders, but I am still, yes, all for making it easier to come here as long as you're vetted enough to the point that it looks like you would be willing to assimilate. That, and not at a horde of like 1 million at a time also. That would be great.
Yeah, and Cody made a great point about that. Yeah, we do want you here. I mean, and especially Mexican citizens. Like he said, they're very family-oriented, very hard-working people. They do contribute to our society.
Right. Absolutely.
What's funny is Trump's even willing to work with the left to fix this. That's what he said. He didn't say, he's gonna get rid of all the Dreamers and anyone else that's brown. He didn't do that.
Right.
He's actually willing to work with Nancy Pelosi, who's then getting eaten alive by her own side. I mean, because she's willing to work with Trump to try to help fix.
Right, I mean,
isn't that crazy?
It's insane, but that was really fun to watch when Nancy Pelosi got eaten alive by her own crowd. That
is always fun to watch.
That was
I know,
gratifying, right? Although still terrifying, because it's just because she would work with who now they've deemed a Nazi. But it's like it's reaping what she sowed, because she's one of the main proponents of the lies that turned all Trump supporters into neo-fascists.
Or Nazis. Yeah,
Nazis,
we're all Nazis now. Yeah. Yeah, we're all Nazis. Yeah, if you're anything right of center or you voted for Trump, even if you're a Democrat, Nazi. You are now a Nazi.
Even if you're a black guy, you're still a Nazi. Even if you're Jewish,
yeah, you're a
Nazi
white supremacist. Yeah, Charles Barkley. The left is now calling Charles Barkley a white supremacist.
Barkley. Ugh.
Charles Barkley is a white supremacist. Wow.
Right, but I mean, again, Cody did have a good point that Trump was willing to work with Nancy Pelosi, and they actually did come to a deal on DACA, which is definitely not taking DACA recipients out of the question and sending them back to Mexico or anything. It's actually making DACA stronger when you think about it.
Yeah, and during the campaign, Trump said that he wanted to send the criminals home. Not everyone. It's not because your skin color is brown. Otherwise, he'd be kicking me out too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he said the criminals. We want the good people here, people that want to come to America and help us and build themselves a better lives.
Mm-hmm. That's the alt minority, man. Right there.
Yes, the alt minority. Yes, MLL. Thank you, Cody. Cody is the one that came up with this. I think we're going to go ahead and coin the term alt minority.
Hashtag alt
minority. Yes, hashtag alt minority. What today's left is not realizing is that they're bringing in people that they think are just going to listen to them and be brainwashed enough to just vote for the Democratic Party. But no, they screwed up, because there's people coming in, especially from Mexico, that are family-oriented, want to become Donald Trump. They want to earn money and make money. They want to make a man of themselves. Mm-hmm. And that's why so many Hispanics voted for Trump this year. I have illegal immigrant friends that I work with at my normal job. They all come up to me quietly, secretly, just like, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much, Louis. Thank you. And go Trump. If I could vote, I would have voted for Trump. And it's like, why don't you say anything, dude? And they always tell me the same thing. It's just like, I'm scared of the backlash that I'm going to be receiving. I can't say anything. My friends and family are going to call me a bigot and an Uncle Tom and a racist. And it's like, dude, being yourself is the best thing you can do. And that really is the reason. What was it? 41% of Hispanics actually voted for Trump. That's the most that any Republican president has ever gotten.
Yeah. That was huge.
Ever. Yeah.
And it's true. They don't want it to be Mexico. Otherwise, they would be in Mexico.
That's what they tell me all the time. Exactly. And I'm a Hispanic African. Sorry. I'm a Hispanic American man. Okay?
Jesus.
I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump because I truly believed he had the best interests for us at heart, and he still does to this day. I'm not disappointed. There's things that I disagree with him on, like especially Syria, and letting Jeff Sessions go after weed and stuff like that. There are things that Trump screws up on with me, but I know where his heart's at. I know he loves America, and he truly is a shit poster troller who's playing 3D chess, and I love every move that he does because it triggers the left into actually screwing themselves up.
So I'm going to ask a question to you and Cody and see what you think about this, because this is one of Ben Shapiro's opinions on Trump, and because you brought it up, I had to ask. Ben Shapiro thinks that Trump is unwittingly setting up these so-called traps for the left. He doesn't think he's doing it on purpose. He thinks that he's just reacting, and the left is having such a huge overreaction to everything that he does that it easily traps them into losing arguments.
I don't disagree with that.
Right.
Well, I kind of agree and disagree. He could be doing that in some cases, and in some cases he might be trying to plan it. You never know.
That's true.
He might know that his reaction will cause a greater reaction in maybe a predictable way. Who knows if he's trying to use that? You never know what is going on there, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, maybe some of them are planned and some of them are accidents, but a lot of the times, I mean, it's kind of hard to believe that Trump plans all of them. Because, I mean, how can you even predict how the left is really going to react to some things?
He's so good at it, and that was one of the first things I noticed in the election. During it, he picked off all 16 of the other candidates from the Republican Party one by one, and he knew exactly where to go. And it was just like, do you guys see what we're watching here? He is just
disappointed in Rand Paul. Do you know how hard it is to do that?
Right?
He's the only person that's ever done it.
And even Rand was he sat there quietly and just took it. He's like, well, all right. I mean, and Ted Cruz is out there saying he insulted my wife, and 2 weeks later he's actually out making phone calls. So can I expect you to vote for Donald Trump this year? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, but no, he literally is. Donald Trump is the shit poster in chief. But it doesn't mean that he's making offensive stuff. What he's doing is he's actually trolling the left so hard that they trip over their own words, they trip over their own feet, and we all sit back and watch and laugh and learn. Now we actually have the left talking about freedom of speech. We have the left talking about property rights. We have the left talking about an over-oppressive government. And Trump still talks about 9/11, and he's going after the pedophile rings. I mean, we're actually America again. We're at a 3.1 GDP right now. The unemployment rate is under 4%. We're talking about tax cuts and regulations. I mean, what planet am I living on? Because, I thought that we were under Marxist, we are under a Marxist attack right now. But Donald Trump, wow, look at the good that he has done.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Good. And no one ever brings up the damn lobbyist ban. That's the best thing that's ever happened. I mean, I love that. Fan of executive orders in any way, shape, or form, except for that one, because that's the only way it would ever happen is through executive order. Congress is never going to vote to ban the dudes that are giving them a whole bunch of money. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
But I mean, no one ever brings that up. That's huge. I mean, I don't remember any other president that's done that.
Right, and what we're talking about tonight is with Mexico. Cody and Seth earlier today had a great conversation on this, and I brought up the point that our former Attorney General under Barack Obama, Eric Holder, was one of the main pushers for gun control here in the United States of America, but we got him caught, and admittedly doing so, selling fully automatic assault rifles and grenade launchers to drug cartels in Mexico. So these are the people that want to open up the borders, ban our guns here at home, but yet they cater to our enemies over our borders. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I mean,
and they want to sit there on their high horse and tell us that they're the party of the morals. They know we have the high ground. No, and you conservatives are crazy, right? Yeah. What do you think, Cody?
Well, I mean, they were now finally resorted to their last thing is race-baiting politics, and that should have been left in the last millennium. Honestly, if there is things we need to work on in this country, we should work on them together. If there are problems with police, we should group up as communities and fix them or address them at least, and figure out what needs to be done. If justice needs to be served, find justice. That's what our system is about, and that's why people should want to come here to America, is our justice, our freedom. This system that we have, unfortunately, we see a very high incarceration rate in the United States. We've suffered through the drug war. We've suffered through a lot of things, which kind of make these people feel like they're targeted. Whereas we're all targeted, if that's the case.
It's all of us. It really is all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, you bring up a
You
great
nailed it right
united.
Yeah. Because it's not that we disagree that there is a problem there with the drug war and with the over-incarceration, over-militarization of the police, but it's not just one race's or one gender's war. It's everybody's fight against that. And we have to go about it unified, otherwise it's never going to change, which is why the government tries to divide us, is because now we can't actually do anything about it, because we're too divided.
Exactly.
Sad, it's sad, and I have to reiterate. I've said it a million times. All my friends, fans, and followers know when I'm saying this, that most of the time when the federal government passes a bill and they put this cute little cuddly name on it, like affordable health care or the Patriot Act, stuff like that, they always sell it to you with this little name where it makes you think like, oh, they really do truly love us, and they're going to take care of us. Net neutrality. Yeah, no. In fact, the fact of the matter is we're being spied on domestically by our own government. When they were telling us that this was for terrorism, no, they're actually spying on us. The Affordable Health Care Act allows insurance companies to work directly with the federal government and jack people's prices up and require you to pay for insurance for somebody else even if you don't need it or don't want it, and it takes away from freedom of choice. Yeah, they call it the Affordable Health Care Act because it sounds good to you. They play on your fears and emotions, and then they take more of your rights away. And they sell it to the left like, oh, we love you. We're going to take care of you. You just need to give us more money and your vote. And those Republicans out there that want smaller government, they're racist. And they don't like Granny. And they're greedy. Yeah.
We love you. They hate you. They want you dead. They want to impose a genocide on you, apparently.
I know. God. I know. I hear that all the time. It's like, you just want to whitewash America. I'm like, lady, have you seen my skin? Like, come on now.
That would suck for you.
Yeah, why would I want to whitewash America on my own self? I'm a Hispanic American male. I love my country. I love freedom. I love free markets. I love libertarianism. You know what I mean? I want to just be left alone and love my country. Okay? Don't tell me how to think or how to vote. I'm Louis Huey. I think the way I do, and your opinion means shit on how I'm going to live my life.
Sorry, guys, but Louis is woke as fuck.
I know. I go off sometimes. I digress. Sorry. Cody is our special guest.
Rage.
Let's keep.
I love it too.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I know. Yeah, Mexico though.
Yeah, the cartels. We were having a good conversation about the cartels, I think, because definitely our own government funded them. But I mean, they're almost at the point now that they have enough funding through their own illegal actions that they can pretty much overthrow the entire Mexican government. So,
I'd like to work with them. If America is needed, by all means, the Mexican military just probably needs to say the word, and I'll bet Trump would even be willing to work with their military and eradicate those cartels. They wouldn't stand a chance. It would be a week, and they would be done. We have drones. I mean, we'd find them.
Yeah.
And how much of a slap in the face would it be if Trump ran a coalition with the Mexican government to help get rid of the cartels? And that would just be a slap in the face of Barack Obama and Eric Holder, because they were actually selling weapons to the drug cartels in Mexico.
Right.
And if Trump was working with Mexico against the cartels, can you imagine Barack Obama sitting in his home hearing about this on MSNBC or some shit, just he'd be so mad. So mad.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah. Now, Trump, you better not do that. No, I'm Barack. I'm Barry. I'm Barry Hussein Obama, and I know everything. I know what's right for you. Yeah, don't you mess up on the Chum Gang now. This is Barry. This is Barry. We know what's up for America. We know what's right. You better listen to me because Because me and Michael, we know what's up. and this getting rid of the cartels, that's not who we are.
Man,
that's not America. That's not who
Rock
we are.
didn't give a fuck about Latin America, Mexico, any of that. George Bush tried. I mean, he gave it a shot.
It wasn't a very good
He
shot.
kind of fucked it up.
But I mean, at least he tried. But yeah, no, I agree with Cody. I really do think, like, I mean, if there is a option to go in with the Mexican military and eradicate him, I think we absolutely should, because not only would it be a good thing for Mexico and their citizens and all the good people in Mexico that might actually want to go back home if it didn't suck so bad and was overrun with drug cartels, but also because of things like Fast and Furious, it's kind of directly our fault, in a way, that they have that much power. So, and let's also not pretend that, you know, they got rich because of all the cocaine money that they tricked us out of, as Ron White would say.
Isn't that sad? The Democratic Party, we have mainstream media feeding us crap all day long, saying the Democrats love us and stuff, while they're out there fighting for gun control for American citizens. We get them caught selling guns and weapons to actual drug cartels while they're running the drug war here at home. Right. What the hell?
It's like, thanks
and nobody cares. That. Nobody says anything. The same thing with Benghazi.
How are they not in jail? I still don't.
Yeah. All of them. Hillary, Brock, Holder, Loretta Lynch, Comey, all of them should be in the same cell together. Just as far as I'm concerned, that's it.
Just for the
we have the proof.
Natural lives.
God, we shouldn't be laughing about this.
You're right. We really shouldn't. It is just
this is
like
fucking
it's bad.
We got Eric Holder 20 years ago in 1993 coming out on national television saying we have to brainwash people into thinking that owning a gun is a bad thing. And he's out there selling guns to our enemies. I work with paisas and immigrants, okay? People that I work with in my real job, they're trying to get their citizenship. And they tell me all the time, like, you have no idea. You don't want to see these cartels. You don't want to go to Juarez. You don't want to go to Chihuahua, Huey. You don't want to be there. And I came here
to believe them.
Yeah. It's scary. Like, their faces when they tell me this shit and they show me pictures and videos that they have. These people are gross people. And our own federal government, under Barry Soetoro, Barack Hussein Obama, sold them weapons. Sold them weapons. And told us that we're not allowed to have those same weapons.
Right. It's too dangerous for us to have them, but it's not too dangerous for murderous cartels to have them. That
people that are selling very serious narcotics over our southern border. And the same Democratic Party wants to keep our borders open. This has nothing to do with skin color. It has everything to do with keeping our citizens safe, which is, in fact, in the Constitution. That is government's one job, is to keep the American people safe. Mm-hmm. So Democrats are, once again, a terrorist organization.
I like
it's not
I have a theory, Lou. I have a theory. I think the Democrats like to increase the immigration across the border so that they can continue to fill their prisons and get paid off by their lobbyists. Because if you think about it, they bitch about the prison reforms and shit, but Hillary was such a huge she was backed so largely by the prison system.
That's an incredibly interesting theory.
Right?
Because they would.
You wanted to keep the entire
country.
Bam!
Red-pilled.
Yep. Red pilled. Bam! Red pills have been dropped. Right. Spread them red pills.
Hillary wanted to do all that, and Michelle wanted all the women to vote for Hillary, whereas at the same time, Hillary was calling Michelle her and Michelle's kids super predators. Yeah, and that they should be brought to heel. Is that the voice that Michelle was talking about?
Right?
You nailed it, Cody, because it's funny that the left always claims like the moral high ground. But yeah, Hillary Clinton has in fact attacked black people more than any Republican that I've ever heard. When she said that blacks are super predators and they need to become to heel. That is Hillary Clinton.
Well,
Trump said grab him by the pussy, so I guess we should just forget about Hillary, right?
Right.
Don't worry about her.
Well, something that I always bring up to a Hillary supporter that is calling Trump a feminist is the fact that, how many women did Hillary harass and ruin their lives because they had some affair with Bill that she had to cover up? I mean, that's truly anti-woman right there. I mean, either get your man in line or leave the women alone, but, like, terrorizing people is not a way to lead your life.
The girl that was raped by a bunch of truckers She was like 11 years old at the time, and Hillary Clinton was the lawyer on the other side defending the child rapist.
Yeah, I remember.
So Hillary Clinton actually got this guy off. This guy and a bunch of his trucker buddies raped this 11-year-old girl in Arkansas, and Hillary joked about it.
Yeah.
She laughed about it. There's actual transcripts. I've shared them on our page before. Hillary laughing on audio in court about getting a child offender off the hook.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's a
Hillary
good woman.
Clinton is a nasty woman. There's a reason why Trump called her that. That's disgusting.
No, I just realized something. Not only that, but when Michelle Obama was saying, it's like if you didn't vote for Hillary as a woman, then you don't know what you're doing and you don't know your own voice. Didn't Hillary run against her husband?
Yeah.
So what was happening back then when you wanted them to vote for your husband? Did they know their own voice back then?
She ran against Barack Obama back in 2008, and even then, when Hillary was running in 2008, well, it was 2007. The presidency started 2008 back then, but it was like 2 months before November in 2007 when Hillary came on national television and said that, "Oh, I'm not giving up yet because things always happen, and if Obama is assassinated, then I'm the one." She actually said that shit on TV.
Jesus.
I believe her.
Yeah, she's a lying, murdering scumbag. She will change her opinion at the drop of a dime.
She was joking
she's
about...
a Carl's, yeah.
What was it, droning Julian Assange? Or something?
Yes, and I read these WikiLeaks emails. You guys, if you haven't seen the Hillary Clinton archive from the WikiLeaks emails, which is this whole reason why the Russian collusion thing happened, where they're saying it's our fault because Russia hacked the election. No, somebody gave out the truth about the DNC. Okay, it was her emails that she lied about and deleted. Well, we have those emails now. So it doesn't matter who released the emails, but what's in these emails, I've seen them. Hillary Clinton actually joked about drone striking Julian Assange and destroying that motherfucker. Excuse my language, but that was her word-for-word quote. Destroying this motherfucker.
Yeah, man, he was a thorn in her side. You need to get rid of him. Obviously.
That's how the mafia crime family does it.
Right. The Clinton crime family. Ugh.
Why is she not behind bars, guys?
I don't know. Why aren't any of them?
Because Jeff Sessions is weak. That's why.
Thank you. Wow, I'm
That'll
sorry.
have to come from the producer's booth this time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to get there first.
I'm pretty sure I heard you say that first today, so I'll give you credit for it. But
I did.
Well,
no, you're good.
y'all aren't wrong.
Thank you, Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sessions would rather go after states for marijuana. Like, really?
It's just a distraction so he doesn't have to do that shit.
I personally felt like Hillary could be burning a baby alive on television, and Jeff Sessions would be like, "I smell somebody smoking weed."
Yeah. Get them reefers.
Right?
Get the reefers.
Somebody
Not Hillary.
in this
Hillary,
crowd has
oh,
a
you're
joint.
fine.
I mean, it's a joke at this point almost. It is serious. We do want to see a little bit of action. We do want to see some change, and we do want to see the people that are responsible for the crimes in this country that have gone on for a really long time end. And we need to unite, I think, with the message of getting that going. The alt-right, the alt-minority is going to win. We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
The alt minority, and that's true. Like I'm telling you, you'd be surprised if you came onto a job site with me. How many paisas and illegal immigrants they tell me all the time? They really do. They're just like, "Thank you, Louis, for what you do." And if I could, I would have voted for Trump too. And hearing that from an illegal immigrant, like, wow.
Nice. Yeah.
If you turn on the news, you'd think that like America is some racist, bigoted country, but everyone wants to come here for a reason.
That doesn't sound like somebody who's terrified that he's going to kill them.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to round us all up and throw us all in cages. Trump is the new Hitler. He's the new Hitler. No hate. No Trump. No fascist USA. No hate. No Trump. I'm so sick of hearing. Oh, my
You
God.
memorized it.
Yeah. No Trump. No hate. No fascist USA. No huh.
No more,
no,
please.
huh.
No.
Oh, God.
I can't.
You're a fucking white male.
That sounded exactly like that Skrillex-looking son bitch.
Oh.
I thought you just played the clip. Yeah.
I know, right?
All right. Well, before we digress too much, can someone explain to me, because I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the whole slam against Trump and Puerto Rico, because I understand that they're saying he didn't get aid there fast enough because he didn't waive some sort of agreement or policy that prohibited American boats from going to Puerto Rico or being in Puerto Rican ports or something like that.
You're pretty close, but so Trump has helped with the hurricane efforts in Miami, Florida and Texas, Austin, Dallas, all that. He's done so much. Our military is spread thin here at home, and it's crazy. Just about a week ago, leftist communist rags like Now This and BuzzFeed were saying Donald Trump doesn't care about Hispanics in Puerto Rico. He doesn't want to send aid to Puerto Rico because they're not white down there. And it's like they put this sad freaking music and a bunch of people getting flooded out. Truth of the matter is, Donald Trump declared that a state of emergency 2 days before these guys even made these videos, and all the aid has been sent to Puerto Rico. So now this Salon, HuffPo are just like out there like, oh, we got one. Trump doesn't like Puerto Ricans.
Okay, well, then what's the thing with the aid not being able to get in then? There was something with that.
The funniest the shit came out today. The truth of the matter is that it's the Teamsters. The Democratic labor unions in Florida and Puerto Rico refuse to ship the trailers in with the aid. There are parking lots stacked with aid. And they're refusing to send it because the Teamsters, the union truck drivers in Florida and Puerto Rico, will not drive it until they get their raise. And not only that, the Democratic mayors of these places are telling them to not do it. And they're going to use it against Trump. It's insane. Yeah. This is crazy what's going on. It makes me so mad. Like, I'm literally infuriated. Because I have liberal friends on my timeline sharing Now This and BuzzFeed saying, Trump doesn't care about Puerto Rico because they're not white. He has had FEMA and the military ready to go for weeks.
Right.
He's temporarily waived the Jones Act, which restricts foreign ships coming in and delivering aid.
Right.
And no, I'm sorry, BuzzFeed, I'm going to call you out again. I know you hate my face, but I'm not going away until you stop spreading fake fucking news.
They're never going to stop. And same with like Daily Dot and HuffPo. They just
BuzzFeed, Salon and HuffPo, you all suck.
Well, and so do the people so do all the DC people as well, because they, just like Shane says, Hillary tweeted about USNS not being deployed and made the political point that she would have known to do that because she knows how to do government better. So
true.
It's like even Obama was like ready to jump on the pulpit against Trump right off the bat.
Yeah. This shit makes me so mad, you guys. If you're gonna hate on Trump, give me something real. Quit spreading lies and fake news. All this does is show, I mean, I'm sorry, but the American people are more awake than you realize. All this shows is how desperate you are. You reek of hypocrisy. Okay? Stop. Just stop. I mean, I have liberal friends that really think that Trump is not helping Puerto Rico because they're not white. People really believe this shit. And you know what it turns out to be? Is Democrats ordering a stand down again. Right. The aid has been sent there.
Yeah, sadly, I don't think they're going to take your advice. I mean, but
my personal war against BuzzFeed, it never ends.
Yeah.
I hate that leftist, communist, Marxist rag. BuzzFeed, one day you're going to feel my total wrath. I'm sorry.
So we do have a clip to play for this little Puerto Rico segment. I believe it's from InfoWars, the truth about the Puerto Rico disaster. We're just going to play a little bit for you guys really quick.
Everything he says is a lie. Listen, here it is.
After the mayor of San Juan criticized the government's Puerto Rican relief efforts, President Trump attacked her on Twitter, saying the mayor of San Juan, who was very complimentary only a few days ago, has now been told by the Democrats that you must be nasty to Trump. Oh, really, Donald? You bitch. Was she nasty to you?
This is where liberals...
And all the medicine.
And you got leftist rags out there like HuffPo, Now This,
and Hispanic Puerto Rican colonel that's over a lot of the operations saying my family lives here. Trump got back. FEMA blocked it with Bush. He was an idiot. Trump got back and had locals come in and help government, and that's why Texas did so much better. So Trump's now lifting restrictions that block unions. because the unions had rules in there, the Jones rule, so that they could load all that off, called the Jones Act. So again, the Democrats are ordering the stand down. They've been caught completely red-handed. But if you watched Saturday Night Live last night, I watched it this morning, it was the entire time Trump's an idiot, he's a racist, he doesn't even know that Puerto Rico is part of the U.S., he doesn't like Hispanics, he doesn't like anybody else, he doesn't like black people, because Alex Jones told him. That's from an earlier episode with Alec Baldwin. But the worst part was this Michael Shea, I guess an ode or a hat tip to Che Guevara.
We can go ahead and cut it whenever,
Viciously,
but yeah, I think Alex
savagely.
did a great job today on nailing that one.
Yeah, and it's absolutely correct. I mean, yeah, it's like, I didn't know it was that many containers worth of stuff waiting at the border.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I'm getting friends sending pictures in too. Like there are huge containers stacked in warehouses and parking lots that aren't allowed to go out because the Teamster Union truck drivers refused to drive it because they didn't get the raise that they wanted in their last contract agreement. And Democratic mayors are saying, no, we can't help these people out. And then you got people like HuffPo and Salon and BuzzFeed and now this out there spreading all this leftist trash and fake news, making liberals really truly believe that Trump hates Puerto Ricans.
Yeah,
That drives me nuts. I mean, I understand that the Democratic Party can't win on morals and high grounds, so they always say that, like that same thing that Saul Alinsky said, that never let a tragedy go to waste for political gains.
Tragedy go to waste.
Right, and that's what they're doing. They know they're being beaten right now by the American people and Donald Trump, and so they have to resort to this crap. And it's such a lie, and people I know believe it.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense if you just like do more than scathe the surface of it. But many people never do that.
Go ahead. They swallow that pill, but it is a poison pill, and they'll end up throwing it up. When you do your research, when they do their research, they're going to find out which party ran the KKK, which party was founded, and where the lines were drawn, who voted for what.
Exactly.
The 14th Amendment. I mean, it could go on and on. They'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact of the matter is the KKK, Jim Crow laws, voting against like the civil rights movements, that was all the Democrats. The Democrats are still the party of slavery.
Well, look at what they're doing now. They're holding an entire island hostage. They won't let the relief go in because they want to claim it as a political victory against the president.
There it is. The Democrats are a terrorist organization. They're hurting people for a political gain, to gain brownie points against Donald Trump for beating their ass politically.
And then saying the blood is on Trump's hands.
Right.
And that's why I voted for Trump, guys, is because it's not because he's perfect or he's a God Emperor Trump, but what he does do is he makes it happen. He's making people really think about the issues again. He's making people like America again. He's making people realize what the Democratic Party really is.
Absolutely, man. I mean, he's making it a part of the conversation the way it needs to be finally, not in the way that they want it to be, and like sweeping all the history of their party under the rug without ever acknowledging it. He's not really allowing that to happen. And especially when things like this happen and the news finally does get out and he doesn't cave to the demands or whatever that they're laying out, then people realize it actually is the Democrats that are holding it up and he's just not caving to their demands to make it look like it was him.
There's one word to describe him right now.
What's that?
Freedom.
Who, Trump? One word? I just want to say shit poster in chief. Oh.
One more time.
Hey, Daryl, we love you, bud. We love you, Daryl. That shit never gets old. When we're at a Patriot March,
Logan,
a flag
we
waving.
need to hear yours now.
I'm doing it at the end of the stream, remember?
Oh, at the end of the stream, that's right. All right.
Okay, well, before we sign out tonight, guys, I know immigration was another topic we wanted to talk about because libertarians, we're pretty much split right down the middle on this. And, yeah, I want, like Cody was saying, I want good people to come here. I don't want it to be a police state where it's, like, absolutely ridiculous. But at the same time, you have to have some kind of vetting system. We can't just have an open door policy and a major welfare state here in the United States of America. And the only person that's ever really been able to get me to cave a little bit on my immigration stance is Austin Peterson. Because the way Austin talks about it is he's saying, like, yeah, you can come here, but if we abolish the welfare state, why would you have the need to come here? Exactly. You wouldn't have the need to come here to vote for the Democratic Party, and they wouldn't give you vouchers, and they wouldn't give you everything that you want and need and expect you to vote for Democrats. If we got rid of the welfare state, we probably wouldn't need that wall.
I don't think it would solve the entire problem, but I think it would.
Right, no. But that being said, I have a video that I want to show you guys because I know people are tired probably of me harping on Muslims. I don't know. It's not Muslims themselves. I want good Muslims to come here.
Radical Islamists.
Yes, exactly. I have Muslim friends here that have migrated here legally, and they're the same way. They're Trump flag-waving, American-loving motherfuckers. Excuse my language, but yeah, and they tell me the same thing. Just like, we came here because we want to get away from that. The Democratic Party wants you to bring all of that here so they can use the chaos to control you. Okay? I got a video clip that I want to show you guys. This is from 2015. So just imagine what it is now. Seth, can you cue up my immigration video?
Loaded.
Right on.
Germany is facing a drastic number of refugees by the end of 2015, believed to be in the region of 1.5 million.
It is not quite on a biblical scale, but an exodus it certainly is. Migrants who've been trapped at the railway station in Budapest, now deciding to walk the hundreds of miles to Germany and what they see as the promised land.
The other side of this tragedy is how it will change Europe. Non-Western migrants had already been flooding into Europe for decades. Leaders refuse to stop it.
We are afraid. We are in danger every day, every minute. They're coming inside, the police. They want to kill each other. You have to do something. Someone has to protect us. They are in our house.
Listen to joke, people. This is really at your doorstep.
We have to live life before. We have to live our life. They took it for us. We're not in war. They are. They have to take them from here. It's a city. No place for people like them.
Play this one for a while, boys. This is...
فقدوا إقصابهم ويبحثون عن إقصاب عندنا ننجب منهم لأننا سوف نفتح بلادهم. خذوا اللاجئين سنطلبهم منكم قريبا.
This isn't a humanitarian crisis. This isn't a Syrian refugee crisis. You can go to the UN website yourself right now and you can see the stats they even provide themselves. It's 84% males 18 to 30 years old, and these mother effers don't like us.
No, they don't.
This isn't about us being tolerant with somebody because of your skin color. No. We are being invaded. I'm sorry, libertarians out there that want to call me out, anarchy ball, whatever, what have you.
Come on,
I love it. I love the peaceful non-aggression principle. I love it. I am a supporter of the NAP, but I have to tell you, this is a planned invasion. We are being overrun. Sweden is now the rape capital of the world. France's acid attacks are up 4,000%. Over 400 acid attacks alone this year. Today in Edmonton, Canada, a terrorist attack with an ISIS flag caught, with another truck vehicle running over people. This isn't a joke. We are under attack, okay? And I'm going to keep raising the flag. I'm going to keep raising the alarm because I don't want to live my kids and my grandchildren living up to what we're coming against.
Yeah,
this is insane.
Islam is not a race of people, and it is okay to be against an oppressive form of government. It really is. It's okay to be against that, and that's what Islam is. It's an oppressive form of government. With a real tiny bit of religion mixed into it. I just don't think that you know, I've seen and met real refugees from the Middle East, and you know, they're homosexual. That's why they've left the Middle East, because they will be killed. They will be thrown from the top of a building because of how intolerant the religion of peace really is. You know, it's like there's some of them that really do have to escape, and then there's this wave that ISIS even said they would infiltrate.
Yeah. Thank you, Cody. Cody, you are firing on all cylinders tonight.
Absolutely, man. That was spot on. ISIS did say that this is the exact way that they were going to infiltrate. And you even saw it earlier in the video when the guy said, go ahead, breed with us. We'll come and collect everybody for the caliphate soon. That's their plan. They want to subvert our culture and turn it into their own.
Yep. They don't want to come here to assimilate. They want to come here to take over.
Exactly.
And places like Spain and Catalonia today, I was doing some more research today. 84% of them in Catalonia, they want to secede because they want to keep their own country. And I did some more deep research. I found out during the Crusades that Spain was actually 3 different kingdoms. And the reason why Spain unified was during the Crusades, they kicked the Muslim hordes out. Yep. That's why Spain is a country today, is because during the Crusades, they came together and realized that we are under attack and we got to drive these hordes out of here. Mm-hmm. Our ruling elite are bringing them in by the floods. By the floods.
Right.
And we have
cucks
out
that
here.
The people that they are bringing in again haven't changed their way of thinking since the last time that they were there. They're still thinking in the way of the Crusades. So now it's...
Yeah, and scarier. Once it's like... They come in at like 5%. Once they take over 5% of the population in a new country, then they start getting more vocal. Once they hit 10%, then they start getting more violent. Once they hit 20%, they start demanding political seats in power. Once they hit 30%, it starts getting violent. Once they hit 40%, it's total revolution. Yep. And it's complete takeover. And like Cody said, Sharia law and Muslim, it's not a race, it's a religion. It's an ideology. It's a political way of thought. There's white Muslims, there's black Muslims, there's Asian Muslims, there's super gender Martian queer Muslims, okay? It's a way of thought, it's a political ideology that takes people over, okay? They're actually imams in the Middle East preaching to their followers, take over the Western women, rape the women, kill the infidels, we're gonna take over, send them by the floods. We have radical leaders in these countries saying that stuff. And in the meantime, here in the Western countries, we have women out there saying, oh, we need to bring them in. Bring them in. And at the same time, we have studies out there showing that Western males are having a decrease in sperm counts. Western males are having lesser kids. We have an attack on the family unit from the left here in the United States of America and all Western countries. We are under freaking attack. And I'm sorry, libertarians that don't agree with me. We're under attack. And at what point are you going to say something?
They're not. Not with Sarwark in there. They're never going to say anything.
God,
Sarwark's a plant. I'm calling it. That dude sucks.
I think he is. I really do. He's... Vora, at least with Arvin Vora, I actually understand where he's coming from. But with Nicholas Sarwark running the Libertarian Party,
makes no sense.
What are you doing, dude? You're worse than Gary Johnson telling libertarians that we should bake that Nazi cake.
Right, and I'm not doing that, Gary.
Cody, what do you have to think about all of this? I know we just went off on that, but
you know, it's a touchy topic for a lot of libertarians and a lot of people. This immigration thing, you know, it's like I think that there needs to be a little bit evenly viewed of this, because this is a problem. You know, it kind of needs to be addressed, and I mean, it doesn't have to be a racist thing. This is not like Louis said. It's not a race thing. This is a problem with this religion's been oppressing people for over 1,500 years now, and we kind of know what it's all about. I mean, even in America, you are still free and welcome to practice it as long as you're not harming anyone else, and that's even the tolerance of America. You know, so I mean, I can understand why there's a lot of people that would want to escape to this, and we should be free and open to those people that do want to get to it, and we should provide them a way. And you know, if we could all work together to provide them a way, that would make things even better. Left, right, middle.
The one thing we all should be able to agree on when it comes to these immigration policies is no matter where anybody's coming from or what religion they have, is they should be able to assimilate. They should want to assimilate to our way of life. If they don't, then why would we let them in here? And like, if we start letting that many people in, like they did in Germany and all across Europe, without vetting them and being sure they want to assimilate to our Western ideals, that's going to be very bad for us. We can't just assume that everybody has the same ideals we do. And I don't think it's wrong or racist for us to ask for people to assimilate to the way we think to let them into our country.
Which is pretty simple,
Amen.
though. You know, it's just liberty. I mean, personal freedom.
That's is not much to ask.
Hey, man,
you
you
have
boys
a
are
president
nailing
and democracy, and you have to respect the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Under that, guys, you can do anything you goddamn want.
Don't own anybody else.
Yeah.
Just don't do whatever you want, just not on anyone else's lawn, and leave everyone else alone.
Well, we here at MLL, we're libertarians. We want libertarians to take over the world so we can leave everyone alone. Exactly. Yes, I'm quoting Austin Peterson. Yes, yep. But he's so right. But you have to understand that we live in the country that has created this ability for us to have these freedoms. But we always hear from the left just like, well, why do you want to restrict them from coming here? It's like, no, what we want is we want people to come here that love free market, that love capitalism, that love actual tolerance of other people. We want a free market, free society, okay? We want a small, regulated government. The left is trying to bring in people that come from third world, 7th century barbaric horde, nasty life. Do you realize what you're asking for? Do you really realize what you're asking for? None of these people are ever going to vote for the Libertarian Party, okay? Right. It's not going to happen. Stop trying to make libertarian socialism happen, because it's not going to happen.
It's not a thing. That can never be a thing. That's such a triggering term for me. I hate it so much.
I know.
Libertarian socialism, libertarian communism. That's I can't even begin to describe how stupid it is. I don't think I'm dumb enough to work backwards.
Yeah. Well, hey, before we sign out, guys, I do want to ask all three of you guys questions real quick. What do you guys think about immigration? What's your final thought? Do we need to have an open borders policy, or do we need to have a vetting system, or is there a way we can kind of mix it together? I want to ask all three of you that.
All right, Cody, take it away, bud.
Well, I would like to see a mix of all of the good parts get fixed. It's like, that's what I think all Americans want to see. If you don't like the country, like we were talking about, you can leave. No one's going to stop you. But we want to have people that come in that want to enjoy our values. And, I want to see that because, of course, if we're talking about Mexico earlier, their government is probably riddled with some of the cartel people in it. They are just plagued by this drug problem there and in other countries. And I can see why they'd want to escape. And it would be nice to provide a way. Without that, Mexico would probably be a very prosperous country. And they would, probably not have to leave for economic opportunity, but for freedom opportunity is why we would want them to come to America. It would be nice to see.
Absolutely.
Logan, what do you think?
Well, I pretty much totally agree. I think that, we definitely want to let people in who want to assimilate with our ideals and that are coming over here for a better life, and how much of an impact that could have on that country's possible future into prosperity or into despair, just depending on who we're taking out.
Amen. Seth, what do you think, man? Libertarian Party today seems pretty split on immigration. I'm sorry that I want to kind of restrict a little bit. I want you to come here and love free market and be I'm sorry. What do you think, Seth?
I'm for restricting immigration and not on any grounds other than your personal merit. And I think we should be able to. I think people should be able to prove their personal merit pretty easily. Just to show whether or not you can live in a democracy, because democracy is a two-way street. The government extends its hand, you have to extend your hand back, and you have to work within the system. Otherwise, it doesn't work, because it is a government of the people. So if you're not willing to be involved in that, and aren't willing to be involved in that,
the people, we run this shit. And I'm sick and tired of the elites telling us how we're going to do it. And I love what Trump's done and making people think again about this.
Yes, absolutely. I love his deregulation and everything. It's been That was the most glorious thing.
It's a start. It's a start, and I wish libertarians would realize that more. A lot of libertarians you'd think they'd like Trump more because he's a capitalist, he hates taxes, and he builds businesses, and he makes money, and he loves America. You'd think like more libertarians would be on board, but I get it, you know. But before we sign out tonight, I would like to thank once again both of our guests tonight. Heather, again, we love you. We want you to come back on. Cody, you might have to be helping me out more often here at MLL because our own Liberty Logan and Liberty Seth are moving to Austin, Texas here within the next couple of weeks, and Houston, excuse me. But yeah, Cody, you might have to be helping me here soon, and we want to bring you on MLL as much as you want to come on. And I value your opinions. You bring a lot of fire and energy that I love, especially at all these rallies and events.
Logan.
Yeah, I love it.
Your turn.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh shit! You better turn it down.
Right. Yeah, here it goes, boys. Here it goes.
Freedom!
Yeah!
Suck on that one, Braveheart.
Freedom! We love you, Daryl. Daryl, you do us all a service. Thank you so much for what you guys are doing out there at Freedom News and Freedom Crew. You boys are amazing, and I love every time I get to hang out with you guys. We do a march and a get-together. It seriously makes my day because there's so much negative about, and that's why I love you guys, and that's why we're there with you.
Absolutely. It's always fun. But anyway, thanks for tuning in for both of these segments tonight, guys. I know we had a whole lot of fun doing them.
Thank you again, Cody, too.
Yep, Cody, thanks again,
Thanks,
man.
you guys.
Awesome
Thanks, Major League Libertarians. You guys are awesome.
We appreciate
Keep doing the great work.
Appreciate it.
I try.
We'll do our best. But yeah, just want to remind you guys, check out our website, MajorLeagueLibertarians.com. Also, if you so choose, you can donate to our Patreon. We have different levels of donation that you can choose, starting at just $1 per month.
And you can become a member of the Circle of Liberty, which basically is where we dump all of our pre- and post-show footage. So you can, it's just basically footage beyond the free content. And yeah, it's pretty cool. We like to.
Some of it
I
is
think Heather deserves to be in there tonight.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we
all of our
have
guests. All of our guests automatically go into the Circle of Liberty, so you get to connect with them directly in there. And there's a Facebook group that's connected with that. So pretty cool. Pretty cool little thing we're trying to start.
Cody will be in there. Also, I want to say that competition, it's still going on. If you want to be on our show, if you want to come on and run your own segment and be a special guest on our show, all you got to do is go to AustinPetersonForSenate.com. Donate $25 to Austin Peterson's Senate campaign. Screenshot your receipt with your name. Send it to us. We'll bring you on. That's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you once again, Heather, and thank you, Cody. Also, Shane, I forgot his last name, but he is going to be buying $25 worth of Austin Peterson's donations with Bitcoin. He's our special guest next week, so we now have our second winner. So if you want to win the whatever you want to call it, all you got to do is donate $25 to Austin Peterson's Senate campaign, and you're on our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Logan, take it away, bud.
All right, guys. Well, once again, thank you for listening. Thank you to our guests, and Liberty prevails. Cue outro.
Cat feces. Our most diehard fans are going to love it.
Probably. On tonight is we're going to be talking about Mexico, different policies of immigration, Puerto Rico, and Trump, and immigration not only in the U.S. but also in Europe. Cody has a bunch of great thoughts on this.
What just happened there?
I have no idea. You guys zucked just for the hell of it.
Am I really still?
No, yeah, you're back on.
You're back on.
You need your different camera though, and I'm gonna add Cody back. I don't know what happened there, man.
Right, that was absolutely nuts. Sorry, guys. We have, of course, some technical difficulties as per usual. Somebody doesn't like us, and I don't know who it is.
All right, well,
I didn't even say Seth Rich yet, and that's like, come on. I was being good this time.
Yeah.
I thought we were okay.
See, there it is, Zuckerberg. Yeah, well, he obviously watched our first half of our show tonight.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like the freedom yell.
Skype is actually Microsoft, so
damn you, Bill Gates.
Cody, you still there?
That was just an error. We were ringing Cody up.
All right, bear with us, guys. We're getting our guest Cody back. You really want to hear what he has to say because it's pretty interesting about Mexico, Puerto Rico, and Trump and immigration.
Yeah, I was trying to read over what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen,
Right.
Liberty lovers, buckle your seatbelts. We got
There
a lot
he
of
is.
good shit to talk about tonight.
Liberty
Cody,
It was just a great feeling. You could really feel like patriotism, and it really helped rise my spirit instead of thinking negatively about how this next generation might be. It seems like a lot of patriotism is flowing out of people.
Absolutely, man. It was a great day. I mean, we did get a lot of support. I really enjoyed being there. And, I mean, that day also led into a really interesting conversation that you and producer Seth had about the alt-left, or how was we calling it, alt-migration, or not alt-migrants, alt-minorities.
The alt-minority.
The alt-minorities. And a new term that I think you coined, my friend, and it made a lot of sense, and it was a great conversation about how just the alt-left and these alt-minorities are not only going against, like, the American right, or the American so-called alt-right, but also, like, the Mexican right, or the Mexican alt-right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
the American alt-left is, not only at war with the American alt-right, are with American values and culture, but they're at war with the alt-minority. I kind of see them as, hardworking people that don't really expect handouts, that love their families, often very religious, have good morals, and, usually...
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's skipping.
Hold on. One more time.
Yeah, play it again, please.
Go ahead.
I bet y'all didn't know Braveheart was in Colorado, huh? So anyway, this is Liberty Logan. This is MLL second half. We are back. I got, of course, producer Seth here with me, the big cheese. Number 2 in your programs as always, but number 1 in your hearts, Liberty Lou. And we got our boy Cody. He's going to be talking about Mexico, immigration, Puerto Rico, and just a bunch of other stuff. But Lou, what do we got for him?
We got a great second half tonight.
Oh, we just lost Louie.
Oh, no. We lost Liberty Lou.
Yeah, that was
right
bad.
when he was about to tell us what we had.
Okay. Logan, why don't you let us know what we're doing while I get him back?
Okay, so what we got going
Well,
on?
today we decided to do some flag waving.
Cars go by and honk at us and love us.
What's up?
It
This
was
here is my
beautiful.
producer. Hey, Big
So
Cheese
much,
Seth. We got a pretty good
there's so much
turnout out here. Everyone is
negativity
really
coming about us, but
loving us, they're
after
accepting
today,
us.
it was just
I really only got...
glorious.
the responses that we were getting. We did have a Starbucks cup thrown at one of us today.
Yeah, our guest.
Yeah, Cody.
Yep.
But
Got it.
overall, it was great.
Yep.
Yeah, you got video, bro. Hey, Cody, welcome. You're on.
Hi, guys.
What's up, buddy?
It was an awesome flag waving. What's up, you guys? Hi, Liberty Logan. Hi, Liberty Louie. Hi, Seth.
How's it going, man? It was awesome hanging out with
Yeah.
you today, man. It was really great. That you and I kind of connected over how inspirational it was just to be seeing all the support that we were getting from cars honking and people passing by.
My heart was exploding today because, at least 8 out of 10 cars for me were just honking, going crazy, people waving out the windows, guys hanging out the windows. It was amazing energy, really, just coming out the freeway. It even slowed down the freeway, sadly. We were not blocking any traffic,
Yeah,
but
we
we
didn't do
were
it on purpose.
at all. We don't do that, but
Welcome back, yeah.
Cody
Yeah.
is back.
We got zucked, son. We got zucked. Congratulations.
Yeah,
yeah,
how does
but
it feel?
tonight,
Is it your
Liberty
first?
We're going to be talking about Mexico. Yes, drug cartels. Yes, we'll be talking about Barack Obama and former Attorney General Eric Holder actually selling weapons to drug cartels while trying to ban weapons here at home and strip us of our Second Amendment rights. We'll be talking about Mexico, drug cartels, immigration, and also Puerto Rico, the hurricane that happened down there, and Donald Trump and leftist mainstream media fake news about Donald Trump and Puerto Rico. Logan, go ahead and take her away.
Well, yeah, I just want to introduce again our guest, Cody. He's the guy that's bringing up the topic for us tonight. We had an interesting conversation with him at the flag waving rally that we attended today on the overpass of I-25 and 285, I believe it was. Hamden,
yep.
Not bad.
And I-25.
Hamden and I-25, right. That was a really fun day. We got a little clip of that going on, too, in case you guys missed Louis' live clip. We got that one queued up.
Yes, we do. And Cody, in the meantime, we can't see your video, bro, so...
I can't see it either. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. You just got to click that little button. But we'll throw this clip on real quick.
Yep.
The overpass on Hamden and I-25. Instead of watching the